substitution. Ang mahirap lang talaga sa range and endurance is dapat sa ulo niya yung formula niya and mahaba yung formula niya. And yan also, lagi naman sa ating AFM or ating airspace flight mechanics, pag magka-compute kayo is dapat alam niyo yung i-check niyo muna yung mga conditions na need nyo i-consider before kayo mag gumamit ng kung anong formula yung gagamitin niyo. Okay, so for today, we will discuss one of the most important performance parameters of an aircraft, which is yun nga, range and endurance. So itong dalawang concepts na to is very important because sila yung nagde-determine how far an aircraft can travel and how long it can remain in the air. So, when we talk about the range, we are referring to the maximum distance. Nga pala, dinig ba ako ng maliwanag before ako mag-continue?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you. So, yun nga, when we're talking about the range, we are referring to the maximum distance of an aircraft, maximum distance na an aircraft can fly with a given amount of fuel. So, kung makikita natin doon later sa formula, meron dong fuel efficiency. So, this is very important, especially for yung mga commercial airlines natin, military missions, and cargo transport. So, kasi kapag longer yung range means fewer than yung stops for refueling. So on the other hand, yung endurance natin, it refers naman how long an aircraft can stay in the air before yung fuel is totally ma-consume. So itong parameter na to is particularly important for surveillance aircraft, kagaya ng mga drones, and yung mga drones na may missions. Yan. So, doon kasi yung mga aircraft needs na mag-remain sa on air. And then, yon kailangan niya mag-remain for a long period of time. So, in a simple terms, yung range is nag-focus sa distance while yung endurance natin is nag-focus sa time. So, with that, alam na naman natin yung magiging units for that. So, for the range, distance is yon. And then, yung sa endurance is time. So, throughout this lecture, we will understand on how aerodynamic efficiency, aircraft weight, and fuel consumption influence both yung mga performance ng mga with that given characteristics. So, So before we analyze yung range and endurance natin, we must first understand how aircraft weight changes during the flight. So unlike many mechanical systems, the aircraft's weight is not constant because fuel is continuously burned by the engine. So at the beginning of the flight, the aircraft has its maximum weight. So, dito sa maximum weight natin, it includes yung structure, yung payload, yung passengers, cargo, and fuel. So, as the aircraft flies, nako-consume yung fuel and yung weight gradually decreases. This change in weight significantly affects yung aircraft performance. So, as the weight decreases, the lift requirement decreases also, which also affects the drag and the thrust required. So mathematically, yung rate at which fuel is burned is related to the specific fuel consumption of the engine. So this relationship allows yung mga engineer to derive equations that determine yung how range and endurance changes as the aircraft weight decreases during the flight. So essentially, the weight equation is yung foundation natin that allows us to analyze fuel consumption and predict aircraft performance over time. So, make sure na tandaan niyo tong mga different weights kasi sa mga problem natin, hindi palaging given minsan sa ating mga problems, yung different weights. So, kailangan nyo pa i-minus or kailangan nyo pa i-add yung mga ibang weight para yun yung i-input nyo sa formula. So, kailangan alam nyo kung ano yung gagawin kapag yung iba't ibang weight or madaming weight yung given. So, moving on to the SFC and TSFC. So, differentiate natin itong two important terms related sa fuel consumption. So, yung SFC natin is the specific fuel consumption. It is typically used for the propeller-driven aircraft. So, it represents the amount of fuel consumed per unit power, per unit power produced by the engine. So, in other words, ito yung nagsasabi sa atin how efficiently yung engine nagko-convert ng fuel into mechanical power. So, basically, SFC or the specific fuel consumption is for the propeller-driven aircraft wherein yung TSFC natin is yung thrust specific fuel consumption ginagamit naman to sa ating jet aircraft. So, instead of power, yung mga jet engine, nagpo-produce siya ng thrust. So, yung fuel consumption is also measured relative to the thrust output. So, the key difference dito sa dalawang to is yung type of propulsion system. So, for the propeller aircraft nga, nag-rely siya sa shaft power wherein yung ating jet aircraft naman is nag-rely sa thrust force. So, mahalaga na alam niyo itong dalawang parameters because this is important because yung fuel efficiency ng engine is directly nakaka-affect sa aircraft range and endurance. And makikita niyo rin yan later sa ating formula. So, kapag ang engine with a lower fuel consumption, ina-allow niya yung aircraft to fly farther and stay longer in air. So, for the range ng ating piston propeller, start natin analyze yung range for the piston propeller aircraft. So, if the goal is to cover the longest possible distance, the aircraft must minimize yung fuel used per unit distance travel natin. So, in other words, gusto natin na gamitin yung least amount of fuel for every mile na tinatakbo ng isang aircraft. So, aerodynamically, this condition occurs kapag yung aircraft natin is nagpa-fly or lumilipad at the point where yung thrust required is minimum. So, at this operating point, yung drag na na-experience ng aircraft is na-minimize relative dun sa ating propulsion efficiency. So, kung ang pilot is gusto niya i-maximize yung range ng isang aircraft, ang strategy dun is to fly at the speed na corresponding dun sa ating minimum thrust required. So, with that, may ensure na yung fuel consumption per mile is also minimized. So, ito lang naman yung derivation natin for our formula ng range for our piston propeller. So, yan, hanggang dito. And then, itong naka-yellow, this is yung ating final working formula. So, let's just understand yung physics behind this condition. So, sa propeller aircraft nga, yung engine natin is nagpo-produce ng power and then yung propeller ang nagko-convert ng power into thrust which helps or yung nag-move ng aircraft forward. So because of that, yung performance ng aircraft is nagdedepende dun sa power required natin para ma-overcome yung ating aerodynamic drag ng ating aircraft. So as the flight speed changes, yung power required curve is also nag-change. So there is a particular speed where the aircraft achieves yung best balance between aerodynamic drag and propulsion efficiency. So at this point, yung fuel consumption per unit distance natin becomes minimum. And that corresponds to maximum range condition. So, ito nga yung working formula natin. Take note nyo na lang, pero ipopost ko din to agad itong ating PPT. So, yun nga, dito sa ating range and endurance, ang i-discuss ko lang is basically yung concept or the physics behind it. Kasi yung ating mga formula is very much straightforward. So, kung anong given, conversion lang most of the time. And then, yun, directly i-input nyo na siya sa formula. Ang catch lang doon, ang trick lang doon, I mean, is apat na formula siya. So, two formulas for range kasi magkaiba yung formula for piston propeller kagaya nga ng diniscuss ko kanina kung bakit. So, iba yung formula for the piston propeller natin, iba din for the jet aircraft. And then, same din siya for the ating endurance. Magkaiba for piston propeller and then the jet aircraft. So, basically, madali lang siya. Um, i-check mo lang yung mga given kung first is yung mga weight nga kung directly input mo na ba siya sa weight or um, kailangan mo pang mag-minus or mag-add. So, ito yung ating final working formula. So, okay, so going back, so saan ba tayo natapos? So dito sa ating formula ng ating range for our piston propeller. So yung N natin is yung propeller efficiency natin. And then for our C is yung ating specific fuel consumption, which is usually given naman yan. And then lift to drag ratio natin. And then, kagaya nung Pinresent ko kanina yung different weights natin. Huwag kayong malilito kung anong nasa taas or nasa ilalim. Wait lang. So, for our gross weight, yung WO, yun yung gross weight, which is yun nga yung in-include nun yung everything, which is yung full fuel load, yung payload, yung crew, and then yung structures, and then iba pa. So, basically, huwag kayong, minsan kasi ang given is yung empty weight, and then yung payload weight, ganyan. So, kailangan nyo pa siya i-add. And then next is yung weight of an di ba, weight ratio siya. So, nasa taas is gross weight and then nasa ilalim is yung weight ng airplane when yung fuel tanks is empty na. So, yan, huwag kayo malilito dun. So, kung makikita niyo dito, very forward na siya. So, saulihin niyo lang yan and then directly input niyo na. Yun lang naman ang ating range. So, this is our example. So, since maximum range yung kinukuha dito, yung lift to drag ratio natin is also naka-maximum. So, alam niyo naman kapag naka-maximum yung lift to drag ratio natin, iba yung formula niya. So, yun yung huwag niyong kakalimutan. Yung mga ganong conditions. So, tandaan nyo, if maximum range yung kinukuha, dapat naka-maximum din yung lift to drag ratio natin. So, for this example, hindi na natin siya i-compute since maubusan tayo ng problem kasi very limited lang itong mga problem na to. So, alam niyo na kailangan niyo lang siyang tandaan. So, screenshot niyo, pero ipopost ko din to. This will be your sheet work for today. So, para lang makita ko kung um, nag-gets niyo ba or I mean, wala tayong sample problem since na directly input lang naman siya. Pero yan, for your set work today, after ng ating discussion, yun yung gagawin mo. May kasunod pa yan. Pero wait lang. So, move forward naman na tayo sa ating jet aircraft kasi sit work na natin yung ating problem. So, don't worry, madali lang yan. So, let's shift na today let's shift na for our jet aircraft, range ng jet aircraft. So, unlike yung propeller aircraft nga natin, so yung jet engines natin is um, nagpo-produce siya ng thrust directly instead na mechanical power. So, because of that difference, yung equation na ginagamit para ma-analyze yung range natin is also different. So, however, yung concept naman niya is same lang, pero if gusto natin na yung aircraft natin is mag-travel ng longest distance, we must minimize yung fuel consumption per unit distance. So for jet aircraft, itong condition na to is nag-occur kapag yung airline is lumilipad at the speed na corresponding sa minimum thrust required ng natin. So this is just yung ating derivation. Hindi ko na siya i-discuss kasi hindi naman din natin siya gagamitin. Pero nilagay ko pa rin dyan. Yan. So, for our final formula ng ating range for our jet aircraft, eto. So, sa jet aircraft natin, fuel consumption nga, kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, is measured using the thrust-specific fuel consumption or yung TSFC. So, makikita natin yung specific fuel consumption natin here dito sa range is for thrust siya. Thrust-specific fuel consumption or yung CT dun sa ilalim ng 2. So, yan. Yun lang naman yung iba. And then, same lang din na empty weight and then gross weight, and then yung empty weight. So, yung range equation natin for jet is makikita nyo, nakadepende siya sa lift to drag ratio and cruise velocity and thrust specific fuel consumption and weight ratio. So one important difference compared sa ating propeller aircraft is yung velocity, it plays a direct role in jet range performance. So kaya mahalaga or kaya yung mga commercial jets natin is typically nagko-cruise siya sa high subsonic speeds kasi para mabalance yung aerodynamic efficiency and fuel consumption. So, ito nga yung ating mathematical form for our range equation for our jet aircraft. So, this equation demonstrates na yung range natin is nag increase kapag yung aerodynamic efficiency natin is also nag increase. Um, and also kapag yung ating engine fuel consumption nagde-decrease, kung makikita nyo, di ba kagaya ng sabi ko, kapag yung nasa ilalim nagde-decrease, yun nakaka-affect siya sa range, which is nag-increase yung weight, inversely proportional basically. So, also, pag nag-increase yung range natin kapag yung weight ratio natin is also nag-increase. So, because of this, yung modern jet aircraft natin is designed with advanced turbofan engines and highly optimized aerodynamics para maximize yung ating operational range. So, for our example ng ating maximum range for our jet aircraft. So, ito lang din. Pag naka-maximum, pag sinabi sa problem na estimate the maximum range, so yan, naka-maximum din yung ating lift-to-drag ratio or yung coefficient of lift or coefficient of drag. Um, And then, kapag sinabing range lang, yun na, hindi siya naka-maximum. So, okay, malilito. Kasi dun sa last prelim natin, sa last exam natin is, mamang gumagamit ng maximum conditions kahit hindi siya ginagamit, kahit hindi siya inihingi. So, dito, sit work din natin to. And also, alam niyo ba na midterm na pala, midterm na next week? Nasabi na ba sa inyo, na-discuss na ba sa inyo, or nabanggit na ba sa inyo? So, not sure pa sa ating schedule natin, pero next week is, yan, prelim na natin, midterm break. Medyo actually, ang magiging midterm natin is, I think, mas madami siyang computation. Pero, yun, huwag niyo pa rin kakalimutan yung ating mga concepts. May mga ilan-ilan na concepts pa rin tayo. And also yung coverage natin is um, from the top, from our first topic. So, yun kasi connected. So, hindi pwedeng may maiiwan tayo. Yun. Yun lang naman. Hindi pwedeng mula dito lang hanggang, hindi pwedeng range and endurance lang. So, laging kasama yun kasi kung makikita nyo naman, yung mga left to drag, maximum left to drag ratio natin nandito pa rin siya. And, yeah. So, going back sa ating endurance, so yun nga, iba din yung formula natin for our piston propeller. And then, iba din yun for jet aircraft natin. So, let's move on na sa ating second major topic, which is endurance. So, yung ating range, this distance ang pinafocus nyo, and then yung endurance is time. So, for nga pala, sa ating units lang naman lagi, yun, make sure check nyo kapag magko-convert kayo ng mga units, make sure nyo makakancel siya, baka mamaya, puro seconds yung nasa units nyo, tapos biglang R yung final units nyo. So, make sure nyo, marunong kayo mag-dimensional analysis kasi, although alam nyo na time siya, baka mamaya, may R dyan, seconds yun ata seconds yan sa final answer kapag nag-dimensional analysis. Pero, yun, check nyo rin kung ano yung hinihingi lagi. Also, meron parang mga activity or set work na hindi talaga hindi nagpasa yung iba. So, di ba sabi ko naman sa seat work 1 is papalagpasin ko yung parang nag-comment lang. Seat work 1 and activity 1 ata yun. Yung activity 1 actually dapat hindi na rin siya pero meron kasing Isa dito, which is parang may proof naman siya na hindi niya lang na-submit. Pero dun sa Sitwork 2, may mga hindi talaga nag-submit. So, yun, mark as zero ko na sa kasi 1 week na siya and hindi pa rin nagsasubmit yung iba. And also, um, tatanggapin ko lang yung kapag naka-comment yung link if pasok siya sa deadline. Pero if hindi na, hindi ko na siya tatanggapin. So, yun. Keep that in mind lang. Kasi parang madami nagko-comment na lang kapag kino-close ko na yung submission. So, hindi ko na siya tatanggapin kapag naka-close na yung submission. So, tatanggapin ko lang yung naka-comment na link if pasok pa siya sa deadline. Okay, so moving on na. So, for our piston propeller, endurance ng ating piston propeller. So, for our piston propeller aircraft, maximum endurance occurs when the aircraft flies at minimum power required. So, this condition minimizes the fuel consumption per hour, allowing the aircraft to remain airborne for the longest possible time. So, this is just yung ating derivation. Hindi ko na rin siya i-derive kasi para may time din kayo magsagot today kasi may seat work na. Pero hindi naman natin gagamitin yun. So, just to understand yung concept nitong ating endurance for our um, propeller aircraft. So, let's consider lang yung power required curve. So, sa low speeds, mataas yung ating induced drag. So, doon, nag-increase din yung power required. And then, at a high speed, parasite drug yung nagdo-dominate. Di ba kasama din siya sa prelim dun sa ating conceptual. So, yon at high speeds, parasite drug dominates and also nai-increase din yung ating power required. So, somewhere in between these two extreme lines, two extreme, dun sa dalawang yun, meron doon na minimum power required point. So, flying at this speed allows the aircraft to consume at least fuel per unit time. And then with that, maximize yung endurance natin. So for our endurance equation, for our piston propeller, um, makikita natin dito sa equation na nakadepende yung endurance, depende dun sa ating specific fuel consumption, propeller efficiency, which is yung ating N nga. And then yung specific fuel consumption is the C. And yung ating aerodynamic efficiency and also yung weight ratio natin. So, um, kapag mas maganda yung ating aerodynamic design and engine efficiency, mas matagal yung ating aircraft na kaya magstay in the air. So, this is yung ating maximum endurance. So, kaya ko kasi siya hindi kinompute kasi very unique yung ating problem sa jet and then sa propeller. So, para lang na-test natin if nagets nyo ba yung mga kung consider. Yun lang naman yung consider natin is yung different weight, yung dalawang weight, gross weight and then empty weight and then yung ating propeller efficiency and specific fuel consumption. Kapag kasi hindi nyo, pag kasi ako nag-compute or humingi lang ako ng final answer sa inyo, baka tama din na yung ibang mag-try mag-compute. So, kaya ko siya ipawasit work. And kaya, para din matry nyo. So, pag kunwari, nag-midterms tayo, familiar na kayo or alam niyo na yung gagawin. Kasi mamaya baka magulat kayo. Saan galing to? Nasaan yung specific fuel consumption? Ano nga yung C? Ano nga yung ganyan? So, kaya gusto ko, kayo yung mag-resolve niya. Kasi kagaya din sa ating prelims, hindi ko rin alam kung bakit yung iba hindi nasagutan yung ating problem dun. Actually, nandun lang din yun sa activity. So, yan. Make sure na hindi kayo mag-focus sa concept lang or sa formulas lang. So, try nyo, kahit actually isang try lang ng pagsasagot. Ganun lang sa before eh. before yung, 'pag nagta-try ako magsagot or nagre-review ako for exam, isang beses ko lang siya sasagutan. Lahat ng problem sasagutan ko lang siya isang beses and then 'pag nasagutan ko siya, alam ko sa sarili ko, na-gets ko siya. So, hindi ko na siya kailangan paulit-ulitin. Sinasaulo ko na lang yung formula and then iniintindi ko yung concepts. So, gano'n lang naman siya. So, 'yan. Ipo-post ko na lang din yung specific slides para hindi kayo maghahanap. Pero po-post ko din 'tong PPT right after ng ating discussion. So, moving on sa ating insurance ng ating jet aircraft. So, for jet aircraft, yung analysis ng insurance here is nag-follow siya ng same principle. So, ang different lang is yung equation, nagbabago siya dahil nga dun sa ating nature ng jet propulsion, kagaya ng sa range. So, again, if the goal is to minimize yung ating fuel consumption, uh, yung goal is to minimize yung ating fuel consumption per unit time para mas matagal siya sa air. So, for jets, yung conditions sa ating endurance is nag-occur kapag yung airline is lumilipad at the speed corresponding sa ating minimum thrust required. So, ito, derivation lang again. And then, for our final formula natin. So, for the theory lang muna, since hindi ko na siya i-derive, kasi before, pinapaderive to sa amin, pero actually, sinasaulo ko lang to, so hindi ko rin, sinasaulo lang namin to before, pero hindi to talaga kailangan. Yung concept lang yung mahalaga here. So, yung concept yung um, i-explain ko sa inyo. Kasi mahalaga na gets mo yung concept before kayo dumating dun sa formula para alam niyo yung mga need to consider kapag magko-compute. So, yan. Sa jet aircraft natin, yung insurance is nagde-depends na strongly sa ating thrust-specific fuel consumption and yung ating aerodynamic efficiency. So, kapag mababa yung ating TSFC or yung thrust-specific fuel consumption, ibig sabihin yung ating engine is nagbo-burn ng less fuel per unit thrust. So, with that, inaalaw niya na yung aircraft is magtagal sa air ng mas matagal. So, yun. For our jet equation naman, endurance equation, makikita here na nag-increase yung ating aircraft, nag-increase yung endurance ng ating jet aircraft kapag yung TSFC or yung CT natin is nagde-decrease. Tandaan nyo ha, yung CT natin is yung ating thrust-specific fuel consumption. So, inversely proportional. So, basically, kapag tumaas yung endurance natin, ibig sabihin, bumaba yung ating TSFC. Pag tumataas yung endurance natin is, yung also yung aerodynamic efficiency natin is, since it's directly proportional, nag-increase din siya. And then, also, nag-increase yung insurance natin kapag yung ratio ng ating initial to final weight is nag increase. So, ganun lang naman mag-understand ng ating relationship sa isa't isa. Yung kung it's inversely proportional. Kaya nga medyo yung pag-explain ko before nung prelim natin is hindi siya ganon na directly proportional or inversely proportional. Kasi nga, gusto ko maintindihan niyo siya ng mas madali. Pero, basically, ganun siya. Na pag nasa taas, yun, directly proportional siya. And then, pag nasa ilalim, kailangan, if ang hinanap is minimum, kailangan yung nasa ilalim natin is naka-maximum. So, ganun lang naman siya. So, ito lang din yung ating example. So, basically, 4 na sample problem to for our set work. Madali lang to, I swear. So, yun. May tanong ba dun sa ating mga formulas or yung mga concept? If may tanong, itanong nyo na ngayon para hindi kayo magkulal kapag nag magko-compute kayo mamaya. Pero sagutan niyo na kasi within this day lang tong ating sit work. Kasi magkakaroon tayo ng activity as review sa inyong midterms kasi 'di ba last meeting na next meeting. So activity yon for our midterm. So as kung sasagutan niyo 'to ngayon within our time, mag-chat kayo sa akin and then or kahit sa GC kung may question or kung gusto niyo, tanong niyo na ngayon before we end our meeting. May yes, Aliyah Margaret.
I-convert ba po muna sa SI units po bago po ano, i-solve?
Since ito naman is hindi naka-SI units, naka-English units naman siya lahat. So, hindi mo na i-convert. As long as, wala naman akong hinihingi dito na specific unit. So, kung given is English unit, edi English unit na lang din yung ating, actually, hindi naman, oo, English unit. Pero pag seconds naman, hindi naman siya, makakancel lang naman din siya. So, just make sure na makakancel niyo yung mga units kapag wala akong hinihinging specific na units. So, yan. For this mga problem, wala naman. Wala naman. So, yan. Kung anong given lang. I think English unit to lahat. So, English unit ang ating final answer.
Thank you po.
Question. Pero nakikita niyo naman kung anong mga need i-consider. Yun lang naman eh. Unlike yung sa ating more on conversion lang talaga kayo malilito here. So, make sure na tandaan yung mga conversions. May question. Madali lang din kasi yung concept ng ating range and endurance. Yes, di mailig.
Ma'am, kung saan daw po gagawin yung sit work po?
Since it's sit work, hindi ko na siya i-record na naka-engineering lettering sa any clean sheet of paper na lang. As long as malinaw yung solution and kita yung mga kahit hindi na kayo mag-dimensional analysis as long as naiintindihan niyo. Yun. Question pa. Sa ating gliding flight last time, gets nyo naman. Although nag-derive ako doon, pero hindi rin naman yun kailangan. Dinerive ko lang siya para makikita nyo. Hindi naman natin siya kakailangan. And yung ating coverage is although static performance and drag polar lang siya. And then yung next is yung gliding flight and yung mga power available, power required, thrust required, and thrust available. And then itong range and endurance. Madami na siya. So, before is parang kaya na nito i-cover yung isang buong SEM dati. Puro lang kami dati. Puro sample problems lang kami. Puro problem set lang kami dati. So, if wala na kayong question about sa ating range and endurance, yan, gawa na kayo and then let's end our meeting na. And also, ipopost ko na siya ngayon. Pero, tawag dito, hindi ko na siya wait lang. Yun nga, one day lang yung ating deadline dito. Ang ating time para gawin to. So, bukas din yung mamaya within this day lang yung deadline kasi bukas may activity tayo para maka-move forward tayo. So, yan, tandaan nyo if nag-comment kayo ng link pagkatapos na ng deadline is hindi ko na siya i-check. So, make sure na before deadline is it's either naka-attach yung drive or file ninyo or yung naka-comment yung link basta within yung deadline. So, if hindi, edi yun, sorry. Kasi yung mga past sit work, yung first sit work and first activity is pinalagpas ko siya. Although may mga minus siya, pero ngayon, hindi ko na talaga siya i-check. So, yeah. Post ko na para magkaroon na kayo ng time to do your sit work. Wait lang, post ko lang and then check niyo if mag-reflect agad sa inyo. Kasi minsan hindi agad nag-reflect. Okay, so posted na yung ating set work. So, can you check if nag-reflect na sa inyo, if nakikita niyo na? Also, yung PPT. Okay, so ganito na lang. Since hindi ako nag-sample problem, so it might be unfair sa iba kung hindi nila na-gets. Although, diniscuss ko naman na yung need niyo i-consider, which is yung mga hindi pa kayo familiar, which is yung fuel consumption, specific fuel consumption for the propeller, and then yung thrust specific fuel consumption for the jet. So, if may hindi makapagsagot or hindi talaga alam kung paano, although nasa PPT na siya and then nakalagay na dun mismo yung ating formula. So, chat lang kayo sa GC. So, bukas, next meeting natin is i-discuss ko or i-compute ko sa inyo, pero magpasa pa rin kayo kasi I doubt meron hindi makakapag-sagot sa inyo kasi madali lang siya. So, if hindi talaga kaya, okay, sasagutan ko siya lahat. Pero if makakapagsagot kayo, um, ipopost ko na lang yung ating computation for the sit work lang. For the sit work lang ha, for the activity hindi. So, para din meron kayong basis dun sa ating um, computation, sa ating solution. So, okay ba yun sa inyo? Do you think it's unfair or okay yun? Kasi, yun nga, gusto ko lang makita kasi pag kasi sinugutan na natin to ngayon, itong mga sample problems natin is hindi kayo magkakaroon ng um, yung makatamad na kayo magsagot. So, kaya ko lang naman siya pinasample, pinasit work. So, yan. May question, may clarification, violent reaction. So, yan. Magsabi na lang kayo sa GC if kung gusto niyo talaga siya, explain ko siya sa inyo yung computation or okay na sa inyo tomorrow yung ating yun na, computation, mag-upload na ako. So, tomorrow, kahit may hindi pa nakakapag-submit, since ngayon naman ang deadline natin within this day. So, kung bukas meron pang hindi nakakapag-submit, edi hindi ko na yung i-check talaga. Kasi i-upload ko na rin yung ating solution, okay? So, yan. Thank you for attending our class. So, you can leave the meeting na if you don't have questions na. Mag-generate lang ako